Hi, beautiful. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Renee, and I'm here to talk to you about my first week post-op. So yes, today is February 5th, 6th? I don't know, but I am officially 1 week post-op of my bariatric sleeve surgery. So I just wanted to go over a few things that I've experienced throughout my week and surgery and how that all went. Just, a quick check-in with you all. Also, stay tuned. At the end of the video, I will do a weigh-in so you can see how much I've lost so far. Also, not sure exactly where I'm going to put in the video, but I will give you a warning before I show it to you because I'm going to show you my scars and how they're healing. But I just want to give a fair warning because I know that some people are squeamish and some people just are not here to see all that. So I will forewarn you before putting that on the screen. I don't want to scare anyone away, okay? Okay, so I think the best place to start is with my hospital stay. So if you saw my previous video, my surgery day vlog, then you saw like a little piece of, what it was like. But I didn't get to go into too much detail just because, A, it was right after surgery. And then B, because I was pretty drugged up the first night, or first day, I should say. So I was kind of in and out of it. But I just want to go over some things with you. So it was a one night stay. I went in Monday morning at, I had to be there at 7:30. My procedure, they took me into the OR at around 9:30. So I was there for about 2 hours, getting checked in, getting changed, getting hooked up to the IV. Trying to remember if there was anything. Urine sample, little things like that just to prepare. So, at like 9:30, they came in, gave me the little cocktail that I talked to you about in the previous video, and that was, I don't know to this day what the cocktail was. I know that I do remember them making a funny joke about it when the anesthesiologist came in to give it to me or administer it to me. She was like, okay, this is gonna be nice. It's gonna be like a little margarita. And I was like, oh, okay. So I thought that was cute, but yeah, as soon as they gave that to me, I don't know what that was, but I guess that was to prepare you for the heavier anesthesia. But that kind of took me out a little bit right there. Like when I actually went into the OR, I can tell you anything that happened. I kind of remember being wheeled out and like down the hallway a little bit, but I couldn't tell you what the OR looked like or anything. So yeah. And honestly, I don't remember because I think they gave me I don't remember. I know that they gave me a shot in my arm and I don't remember what that was for, but I do believe the cocktail was in my IV, or that could have been the one in my arm. I don't remember. Either way, I was out. Again, one night stay, so I was there till Tuesday. Tuesday morning, nurse came in, just to check on me. And to be honest, she was there Monday to check on me, and I was so out of it. Like I was falling asleep. And this, I say nurse, but she was the bariatric coordinator. She came in to check on me and go over a few things with me on Monday. I was so out of it. I was dozing off as she was talking to me, and she eventually was like, okay, I'm just gonna come back. Because I guess you could see I wasn't getting any of that. Also, my kids came to see me on Monday evening, and yeah, I was dozing off talking to them. it was like, I want to say 2 hours or so that I kept, like, I wanted to call my sister because I wanted to call her because her number is like the only number I know by heart. I know none of my kids' numbers by heart, but hers, and still to this day, I remember my mother's phone number. I mean, grandparent, basically all the numbers that you knew before you relied on your phone to save it, because my sister has been a faithful, I had this number forever type person. So yeah, she's the only one I know by heart. So A, I did want to check in with her just so she can know that I'm okay. And B, because I was trying to get a hold of my kids and I couldn't because I didn't know their numbers. Well, when I tell you I kept picking up that phone and just holding it and falling asleep, this happened over and over and over again for at least 2 or 3 hours till I finally was able to will myself to stay awake long enough to call her. It was a mess. Okay, so they had me on the good stuff on Monday for sure. Tuesday, the bariatric coordinator came in. She kind of went over a few things with me, which was the nurse did let her know that my blood pressure was high, my pulse was very high, and also my blood sugar was very high. So they were very concerned about these things. And my surgeon, she's very thorough, and I definitely appreciated that. So she ordered for me to have some tests run just to make sure that my stomach wasn't leaking, and just to make sure I was okay. So I had an EKG, a stomach x-ray. It was a series of blood tests. So they came and drew blood 3 separate times. And also I had a chest x-ray. So all of those things were done and they came back fine. There was no leaking in my stomach. Everything looked good. So they ruled it as it's probably just my reaction to the anesthesia. After they ran the 3rd blood test, that's when they finally cleared me and said, okay, you can go home. So that was basically I left the hospital around between 7:30 and 8. So yeah. And they did offer, if, they said I could stay another night. I said, no, I want to go home. If I'm okay, just let me go home. I mean, there's nothing like the comfort of your home and your own bed. You know how this is. Okay. Day 1, my pain level was between like a 3 and an 8 throughout the day. It never went to like intense pain. And I only gave some of the pain an 8 just because it would be like gas pressure and incision pain all at once, like hitting me. So that's why I put that as an 8. But overall, the pain wasn't too bad. It was just in, spurts sporadically throughout the day. And also, it kind of almost felt like cramps or something because of the way it came and went. It wasn't, okay, I'm just in pain. It never felt like that. I will say this, the most annoying part of both surgery day and day after, and let's just call it day 2. I keep saying day 1. Let's just say day 2, okay? The most annoying thing about those 2 days was me having to get up and go to the bathroom, especially day 1. I don't feel like my evening nurse was very attentive. So I would push like the call button and she wouldn't come for an half an hour to an hour later. Like, girl, where are you? Okay. I know that you have other patients, but if they put too many on you, like, can't you say that? I don't know. I'm not a nurse. I don't know how that works. But yeah, she was not attentive as my day 2 evening nurses were, like, not at all. So, yeah, I would have to actually get up, unplug things that were plugged onto me because they had like these things on my lower leg, kind of look like leg warmers almost, But they had those, and they were plugged into this machine just to like keep my, the blood flow in my legs circulating, so I didn't get any blood clots or anything. And I would have to unplug those when I went to the bathroom. My IV, of course, I wasn't trying to take that apart by myself. I would just unplug the machine and take that with me, the whole thing, to the bathroom. And then I had like these monitors on my chest. So that was all hooked up to that same, that same machine. So yeah, I mean, that was a lot to deal with on your own. I was happy whenever I had someone in there that could like unplug the stuff or plug it back up for me. But that was, I would say, that was the most annoying part of my hospital stay. So that's a good thing. I mean, I didn't have anything bad to say about the hospital in whole. Other than that, my stay was great. At day 2, my pain level was between like a 3 and 5 throughout the day. Let's talk about since I've been home. So I move around a lot. I try to stay mobile as much as possible, just because A, I don't want any blood clots, and B, just, because that's what my doctor told me to do, keep it moving. So do I sit in my bed? Yes. They did recommend sitting on the couch, not hanging onto the bed, basically, but my bed is comfortable. I'm sorry, but I'm going to sit in it. So I sit in my bed a lot throughout the day, but I do try to stay as active as possible. Not active like running around or anything like that. Nothing crazy. Okay, I did just have surgery. But I mean, as far as like all my medications, I keep them on the other side of my room where I actually have to get up out the bed to get them. I don't keep anything on my nightstand because I want to be able to get up and get them. As far as if I need anything out the refrigerator or a spoon or, anything from the kitchen, I get up and get it myself. It's rare that I ask my kids to get it, and that's only if I've been up and moving a lot and I'm like, okay, I need to sit myself down. So, and I forgot to get something, then I'll ask them. Or if it's too heavy, like I've ordered some things from Amazon since being home, nothing extreme, but with those, if I know it's going to be something on the heavier side, I will ask my kids to get it for me and bring it in, put it up, whatever. But if it's something lightweight that I know that I can handle myself, I get it myself. So definitely, that's how I get my steps in or make sure that I'm moving around. As far as sleep, I haven't had any trouble sleeping. I know that that's usually a problem. I would say that's going to be a problem for a stomach sleeper. But for me, since I did have to adjust anyway, when it came to my CPAP, then I was already used to sleeping on my back, so that wasn't an issue. Okay, so medicine. Let's talk about medicine. Okay, there's the pain meds, the stool softener, the antacids, the blood pressure medicine, the nausea meds, the blood thinner. Of them all, I would say the worst 2 for me. No, I would say the worst 3. The worst 3 for me is the Prilosec, which is like an antacid. That one is bigger than an M&M, and right now I'm only supposed to swallow things that are the size of an M&M or smaller. But this is, I don't know, it's a little bigger. So with that one, it's like a capsule. So I can open up the capsule and pour it into some sugar-free pudding, mix that up a little, and consume it that way. But I will tell you, if you bite into any of those little pebble things that's in the that's in the capsule, disgusting. Okay, freaking disgusting. The first day that I took it, When I was home from the hospital, I tried to take it with Jello, and no, that was nasty. Because of course with Jello you can't really mix it up in there good. So I'm tasting all medicine. It was nasty. When I actually talked to my bariatric coordinator, because she called me the first day just to check on things and see how it was. So I told her about that, and she was like, try with pudding or yogurt, because those you can actually, mix it in there. So I'm not really a yogurt eater. So I tried it with the pudding, and that was 100 times better. But I would say make sure that you are basically swallowing it down, not like chewing up the little capsule things or whatever, because then you don't taste it. But you can get it like I've gotten them like kind of stuck in my teeth, or just lost in my mouth somewhere where I'll feel it and I'm like, oh goodness. So then I'll just have like a little bit more of the pudding or some water, swish it around my mouth and swallow it down so I can make sure I do not taste that mess. I tried today, since it's 1 week out, I tried swallowing it whole even though I wasn't supposed to. I will say this. Don't do it. Okay, your stomach is not ready. And my stomach told me it was not, because I started feeling like gas. I guess it was gas. It was something going on in there. My stomach was just like growling at me like, why'd you do this to me? Why? So won't be doing that again, but it's just kind of annoying, like trying to mix that up in the pudding or whatever. But it is what it is. I have to take it like that till I can get the okay to swallow it. But I do believe this is only a 2 week medication. Actually, most of these, or if not all, are just for 2 weeks. Hopefully, I won't have to deal with it as far as when I am at the point where I could swallow anything bigger than an M&M. Also, another one that I cannot stand is the pain medicine, because it's a liquid form, and any liquid medication is gross, okay? So I love the fact that I'm not in pain, but I don't like the fact that I have to taste this mess. Like, it's nasty. But the pain medicine I have to take twice a day. The Prilosec, thank God, only once a day. So that's a plus. It's not like I'm taking this stuff all day long. The third one that I don't really love is the blood thinner. With this one, it's a injection that you have to administer yourself. So this is very different for me. I've never had to give myself a shot. Usually when I go to the doctor and get shots, I look away. I'm looking over here while they're putting a shot in my arm or something. I don't want to look at it. So now I actually have to look at it and basically inflict pain on myself. It's really weird, okay? But I will say this, it doesn't hurt most of the time. Sometimes it does. And I have learned to like kind of take my pain medicine at least like a half an hour before I actually do the injection, to kind of get that flowing through my body a little, so that way I don't feel it. Because I've taken it like right after I took the pain medicine, and when I do it that way, I can feel it. Like it's like a sting, not just a pinch. Like it's like a straight sting. Whereas if I give the pain medicine about 30 minutes to work through, sometimes I don't even feel it, and sometimes it's just a little pinch. So it's not bad. Little things about my 2 weeks that I've noticed. Am I getting enough water and or liquids and protein in? No. Okay. I'm sad to say, but no. My liquid intake has been gradually increasing, and I'm very happy about that. So it started off like my first day home. uh, I don't remember how much water I drank, but it didn't seem like anything for real. It was probably like this much of a bottle of water. But for the past few days, it's been at least a full bottle of water and then maybe a half or something like that. But I think that today it may be two, because I'm already almost done with a full bottle of water and ready to start on another one. So hopefully I can say today that I've had at least two. But as far as liquid intake, I think you're supposed to have like 60 to 8. No, I don't know. I think it's about 64 ounces of liquid. But on top of water, I've also had soup. Of course, the pudding when I'm taking the Prilosec. I'm trying to think of anything else. And then a little bit of protein shake. So protein has been the hardest thing for me to get in, because I'm not liking the taste of the protein shakes anymore. And also, it's just so thick that it's like I'll take a couple sips and I feel like my stomach can't handle anymore. So it's been a struggle with the protein shakes since the surgery. I've been trying different flavors, different kinds, just to see, what'll work out for me. I started off with muscle milk, the chocolate kind, and that's like all I was drinking for real before surgery, until I just got tired of the taste of it. And then I started drinking different flavor of the Premier shakes, the Premier protein shakes. The Premier protein shakes have a little bit more protein in them. Also, they have a large variety of flavors. So I would recommend that, of course. I've heard the Atkins are good, but I haven't tried any yet. So I couldn't tell you about that. I would say so far, my favorite flavor is the caramel. It's really good. But I still really haven't had a taste for it. I mean, even though it tastes good, it's just not what I go for. As far as like anything outside of water, I gravitate more to soup, like the cream soups. My absolute favorite has been clam chowder. So of course I strain it. I pour it through a strainer first, and then I still like have to have a paper towel with me, because there are little pieces of clam that are in there that you have to take out. But the clam chowder be so good. Oh my goodness. And it's not like I'm even eating a lot, but it definitely fills me and just okay. So that and cold water is just, those are just like heaven in my mouth right now. As far as my scars, so we're gonna take a look at that in a second. But with my scars, they seem like they're healing nicely. No discharge, no nasty stuff going on there, nothing at all. They look great to me so far. I haven't been putting anything on them. The doctor recommended to just wash every day. When you get in the shower, just letting like the soap and water run over it. My main concern is keeping my stomach clean. So like trying to wash my legs, feet, stuff like that has been hard to reach. So I don't do too much struggling. If I can't reach it, I mean, the water, the soap is getting the job done. I'm in the shower, okay? I'm gonna go ahead, since we're talking about the scars, and show you my lovely scars. So if this is the time you want to turn turn the video off, you can. It was nice having you here, but for those that would like to see, I'm gonna show that real quick. And you'll get to see that. My nice little I call it an oatmeal cookie stomach because that's what it looks like after all these kids. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you my scars. It's not bad, I promise you, it's not. So as you see here, I have 6 incisions. I couldn't even point them all out to you. I mean, one is pretty high up here. There it is. But you see them. I mean, they have like the surgical, I guess it's glue or whatever on them. So it's not like they're really exposed. But yeah, there you have it. So I told you it wasn't too bad. So I also wanted to talk about my binder that they put on you in the hospital. You wake up, after surgery with this on. So at some point they put this on me right after the procedure, and this binder is lovely. Okay, it helps with just kind of keeping um, everything in place. I guess you could say, not like you falling out, but it just kind of gives you some structure. Okay, like a extra level of support when you are, trying to get up from the couch or a chair or your bed. It kind of gives you that back support that you need. Also, when I tell you, when I don't have this on, I just feel naked. It just feels like, I don't know, like my stomach needs some support. Like, what's going on? It's just sitting here. Like, it just feels so weird, and I feel so naked without it. I haven't gotten well, let me back up. So I did buy a second one, and if you watched the previous video, it was in the, packing for the hospital. I bought one off of Amazon before even going into the hospital because I've seen previous or other YouTubers talk about this binder. So I got one off of Amazon, but I measured myself pre-surgery, not thinking about the fact that, girl, you're gonna be swollen. So it was a little too small for me, and I ended up sending it back. Also, the binder that I got was not, I like the one from the hospital better because it's like it has this whole like sheet of fabric here that covers your stomach, and then you kind of pull the Velcro over it, where the one that I bought from Amazon is kind of like just the Velcro pieces match up here. I like having that little flat, piece just covering my stomach, because that way I feel like, okay, the Velcro is not at any point going to scratch my stomach or mess with my incisions at all. So I did find another one like the one that they give you in the hospital on Amazon. So I think that I'm going to get that one as a backup because I had it off for like not a whole day, but my daughter threw it in the wash for me, and when I tell you, I just did not feel right without it. So I'm going to get a backup one as well. Once I do, I'll link it so that you can, purchase one yourself if you're about to go into the hospital or just had your surgery and, would like a backup one as well. I did want to mention, I showed as I was packing for the hospital that I purchased some gas X, and I went ahead and packed that for the hospital or whatever, only because, people were saying how bad the gas pressure was and yada, yada, yada. So, sorry, this is, see, the gas, okay? But I did purchase it, but I didn't use it in the hospital. Once I got home, the day, my first full day home, I took one, at some point because, you know, the pressure was kind of building up and I just felt like something needs to happen. Like I couldn't burp, I couldn't pass gas, nothing. Nothing was happening. So I'm like, I need some of this to, you know, subside. So I took one of the Gas X. It's the chewable kind, but I just like put it in my mouth and let it kind of dissolve. But yeah, it helped. Okay, so the Gas X, it helps, but you're not gonna need it often at all. Like, um, of the whole box, I think that I've taken either 2 or 3, and this is over the course of days, not like all in one day. So you you may need it. No, you will need it, but rarely. Not for real. So I would say get it. I mean, it doesn't hurt to get it, especially if you're not single, you know, you have a whole family. I mean, hubby might need it at some point just because he has gas, or the kids may need it. So that way, you know, it's not going to go to waste, even though you yourself didn't use it that often. Okay, so this has been a lot. Okay, I feel like I've been just yappa, just talking. But I'm just trying to get as much information to you as possible. I mean, I'm no expert, but I'm going through it, and I know that some of you are either about to go through it or going through it yourselves. I know videos like this help me to prepare. Any of you that out there that have made bariatric videos, thank you so much, because yes, I have been watching watching all the videos, like, and it's been so helpful. There are things that I wouldn't think of to ask my surgeon about that I actually asked just because of watching YouTube videos. So definitely helpful. So hopefully I'm just paying it forward and helping out someone else. That's all I want. But without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and show my weigh-in now. So as you see, I have lost 9 pounds since surgery day. Surgery day, when they weighed me, when I first got to the hospital to check in, I was at 252, and today I am at 243. So I'm happy, okay? Just the small victories here, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel really good. And I'm so glad that I have a great support system. My sister, shout out to her. And she also has a YouTube channel, so check her out, Stephanie Nicole H. But she has been an amazing support, continues to give me words of encouragement. She picked me up from the hospital. She's been there. And I'm not getting choked up or anything, I promise. It's just, I think I need some water. But also, I have a friend that just went through the surgery himself back in October. So I've been asking him a lot of questions. He's been great. Never made me feel like I was pestering him. So I definitely appreciate that. My bariatric surgeon and coordinator have been amazing. When I tell you, my bariatric coordinator, I call her my best friend now, because she has been so great. Okay. And then my best friend, I can't leave her out. Just little things that she got me for my birthday, because she knew that I was preparing to have surgery. It's like she had these things in mind, like the cozy socks, the little toiletry bag, things like that. And I definitely use them, okay? Um, and I'm just so grateful for that. The fact that, you know, she's there and, you know, checking on me daily, making sure I'm okay. My kids have been a great support. They're kids, so they do say some things from time to time where I'm like, really, really, but they're kids, okay? For the most part, they have been very supportive, and I greatly appreciate that. I hope I'm not leaving anybody out because I was trying to do my little shout outs here. But to all of you in my corner, I mean, nothing but love, okay? You all have shown me so much love, and I so much appreciate it, okay? So much. But that is it. I will check in again, I think, for my 2 week after my 2 week appointment. I promise it won't be this long. Let me not promise that, okay? But I'm gonna try for it not to be that long, and it shouldn't be. I mean, it's a week. I've pretty much gotten everything from surgery day up until now, and honestly, I just want to check in with you after the appointment to let you know how the appointment went, and you know, any updates, changing my diet, things like that. So yeah, I will see you very soon here. But thank you again for watching. If you haven't already, click that like button or that thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe so you can see all the lovely videos that I will be bringing you. Thank you. Bye.